All right, I'm just going live on YouTube real quick. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, I think we're finally streaming. All right, so what's up, everybody? My name is Roy Jr. I'm the co-founder and CEO of ChartAddicts. A lot of you guys know what ChartAddicts is. This is how you guys found this link, but not a lot of people know what we do. ChartAddicts, some of you guys might know us from the podcast. Some of you guys know us that we hosted the FX Summit 2022 conference. Some of you guys know us from the live streams. Some of you guys know us because you were a member in the past and you did some personal coaching with us. Some of you guys know us from any of the free services that we offer online. Okay. What we actually do is we're a personal coaching service. So how is that different from basically courses and education and things like that? Everybody here has had some level of education when it comes to trading. And you guys know that that's not enough to succeed. A lot of you guys have hopped from course to course, and you know that's not enough to succeed. Some of you guys have had some success for a couple months, but you know that alone is not enough to succeed in the game. So why do we do personal coaching? Personal coaching to me is the single best way for anyone to get instant feedback on what they're doing wrong and to adjust. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there's only two reasons why traders win or lose. Okay, there's only two reasons why traders fail. You either don't know how to trade, or you know how to trade and you're fucking up the system. So let me repeat that. There's only two reasons why traders don't know how to fail. And I want you guys, while I'm going through this, to ask yourself which bucket you fall under. Those two reasons are: you either don't know how to trade, you don't know how to analyze markets, you don't know the mechanics of the markets, you don't understand how to identify directions, how to identify entries, how to identify candlestick reversal patterns. If you don't know how to trade and you don't know the basic mechanics of trading, it's going to be very hard for you to make the right decisions when they show up. The second reason is you actually know how to trade, but you're getting in your own way. You're either second guessing yourself, you haven't backtested the strategy, you haven't built any confidence in it. And so you're the problem in the system. So identifying which one of those two problems you have, now you know exactly what the road forward is. The biggest problem that I see, because people, you guys have to understand, we've worked with thousands and thousands and thousands of traders from around the world. I don't mean we've had thousands of people in our group chat that we never interacted with. I mean, one-on-one on a Zoom call like this, we've had thousands and thousands of consultations. And the biggest issue that I see in trading is that somebody will be having a certain problem in their trading. And instead of fixing the thing that needs to get fixed, they'll end up working on something completely unrelated. The most dangerous thing I see is that people are strategy hopping. So for example, you're trading, you win or you lose 3-4 trades in a row. All of a sudden you scratch the entire strategy that you've been working on for 6 months and you go try to find a new one because you think that that's going to be what you need to succeed. Let me know in the chats who's ever done that. Who's ever lost 3-4 trades and then basically just scratched the entire strategy and moved on to something completely different? Anybody? See, we got about 40 people here on the Zoom. How many we got on YouTube? All right, we got a good amount here on YouTube. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and click like and subscribe and go ahead and send this out to anybody who might need this. If you guys have friends that are not winning in trading, this would be a great opportunity for them to become aware of what they need to do. And then you guys can go through the next week, month, 6 months and fix it. Because people, we're halfway through the year. All right. How many of you are going to continue to just be back and forth in your trading? You've bought all these courses. You're trying to do the information. It's not working for you. You don't really know what's happening. You don't know why you're winning or losing. How much longer can you guys really go through that and expect to be successful at trading? The answer is it's just not going to happen that way. So, and I see some responses in the chat. Everyone's saying, me. I've been there right here. We've all been there. Now, here's the problem. When you're moving in a straight line, let's say you're going to your goal. If you start fucking up something in your strategy, it's like basically moving a little bit off target. Now, when you're walking a little bit off target from the main goal, you're walking just like 45 degrees that way. If you keep doing that long enough, you're going to be heading in a completely wrong direction. So sometimes all you need is a little bit of a bump back into the main track so you can get to your destination the fastest. That's what we're trying to offer at ChartAddicts. So when you're going through your trading and you guys are having a little bit of issues, if you're changing or you're fixing the wrong thing, you're going to keep heading in the wrong direction. And so win rate might be really low. And so you're like, okay, my win rate is low. I need to fix this thing. And so you start holding trades longer. So now you're losers, you're holding longer, you're winners, you're holding longer, but it's not really impacting your win rate. Okay. The quality and the probability of the trades, that impacts the win rate. Holding the trades, that impacts risk and reward. So if you're having an issue over here and you're fixing the wrong thing, if you're trying to run faster, but you're doing things to gain weight and it's basically making you slow down, it's not going to get you to your goal. And so a lot of traders don't understand how to get to the success point the fastest. And so they keep taking detours. What if I jump from this person's strategy, that person's strategy, this person's thing? What if I just stop doing this thing? And you're fixing the wrong problem and you're just ending up going further and further away from where you got to go. So if you don't know how to trade, the first thing that you should do is find a qualified individual or find a qualified place to go learn. It doesn't have to just be one place, but it has to be some place that you can trust and that it makes sense to you. Now, I'll tell you guys, a lot of people ask me this question is, how do I know if the information makes sense if I don't know how to trade? People, if you want to go learn any skill and you go online and you go to a course, right? Let's say we all want to learn how to snowboard. If I go on there, I want to see the person teaching snowboard. I want to see them snowboard in a live environment. I want to see how they handle it. I want to see them using the concepts that they teach. It really doesn't take that much. You know, you could just look at somebody and you can look at a certain course and tell, you know what, this was well put together and the information is reliable because I'm seeing them use the information. So go find some place that's qualified. Obviously, you guys are here on the Chart Addicts stream. I'm going to recommend the Chart Addicts course. If you guys stay long enough, I'm going to show you guys my strategy, how I trade personally. But we have a team of 17 people on the Chart Addicts core team. Half of them are strictly just trading. They're educators, they're signals providers, they're coaches, they work one-on-one with individuals. That's a lot of different trading styles. We all basically have the same way of looking at the markets and everybody puts their own twist on it. Okay. So the beauty of that is we're not using this one strategy that we all learned and that we're trying to repackage it to you guys and you guys have to use this step by step. We're teaching folks how to look at markets, which I think is the most important thing that you can focus on. Don't just learn a step-by-step strategy. Markets change. Market cycles change. If you're using the same strategy you learned 4 years ago and you're still trying to use it the same way and you're frustrated why it won't work, it's because the market cycles have changed. The same shit that was relevant for you back then is not going to keep working for you now. And so instead of learning a step-by-step system that's working for somebody else, you need to learn how the markets work. So first things first, if you don't know how to trade, learn how to trade. The second one is if you know how to trade, you understand how to analyze market direction. You understand how to find structure. You understand how to find candlestick reversal patterns. You understand how to structure a trade with risk and reward, but you're still losing. That means you are the break in the system. Now, what exactly do you need to fix? That becomes your focus. If you guys are trying to make progress, if you're on this call and you're listening to this, I'm assuming you want to make progress in your trading. This conversation that we're having right now is only relevant to people who are basically just tired of going on the same loop month after month after month and just want to make some improvement. I just want to get to the point where I'm successful. So if that's you, this information is relevant to you. So if you're not winning and you know how to trade, that means that you're doing something in your system that needs to get fixed. Now, what is that thing that you're messing up with? That becomes the conversation that you have with a coach here. I'm really not trying to plug this in like it's some kind of like I'm trying to get you guys in on some kind of program. This is not some kind of program. Trading is very straightforward. You either know how to trade or you don't know how to trade. If you don't know how to trade and you're trading, you're going to keep losing. If you know how to trade and you're still losing, it means that there's something that you're doing that's incredibly wrong. If you fix the wrong thing in your trading, you'll be spending year after year after year working on the wrong things and kind of going back and forth in between break even. Has anybody been here? Has anybody here? Put it in the chats and you guys can send it to me privately. I won't say your names, but put it in the chat how long you've been trading. Less than a year to 2 years, more than 2 years, more than 3 years, more than 4 years. Let me know how long that you guys have been trading. And if you're watching this on YouTube too, let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, how long have you been trading? If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Roy Jr. I'm the co-founder, CEO of ChartAddicts. The attitude that I have really is, I hope you guys understand this, because I do get a little bit passionate about trading as a whole. Guys, trading is incredibly tough. We do this. We've been doing this for years and years. Me and my squad. Now, we've built a community here where we can all work together. Every Sunday, me and the ChartAddicts core team, it's about 8 of us, just the traders on the team. We get together and we go through the markets. I get to see everybody's different perspectives. These are all successful traders on my team. And I get to see how they're looking at markets and entries and things like that. So I'm fortunate to be in an environment where I have individuals around me that are very qualified, and they're showing me how they trade, and I can constantly improve myself by looking at them. But I understand most traders don't have that environment. And I can see why a lot of people struggle with trading, because if I go back 3 years ago and it's just me in my room trading by myself with nothing else, it was a lot harder than when I had the motivation of qualified people around me. So the energy that you guys are going to hear me give off during this call is really, I'm trying to get you guys to realize you don't have to let this keep taking month after month after month. You can make a decision. You can start learning exactly what you're doing wrong and how you need to improve, and start working on a 6, 8, and 12-week system to get to where you need to go. And the longer that it takes for you to make that decision, the longer it's going to take for you to succeed in your trading. So after I'm going through some of these comments real quick, let me read these out loud. I've been alone the whole time. I've been trading for 18 months, less than a year. And then I blew up my account. Started about 8 months ago and decided to change my mindset. Found you about 8 months ago. Let's say 8, and decided to change my mindset. Okay, well, that's good. Let me go through the YouTube comments. Good to see you guys on YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first stream with us, welcome. If this is not your first stream with us, welcome back. A lot of folks say on YouTube, they're being a lot more honest here. I see 4 years, 6 years, 1.5 years, 1 year and 3, 2 years. And so I'm assuming that some of you guys are successful, some of you guys are break even, back and forth in your trading. And so how is somebody involved in a skill set for multiple years and still not seeing any success? This is what I'm trying to get to you guys. Everybody who's on this stream has done some sort of education in trading, whether it's been an actual course, a formal course that you bought, or whether it's been something on YouTube, or whether it's been your own experiential learning. But everybody here has at least tried to understand how this game works. It's been year after year, and there's still no success. So why are some people successful in trading and some people aren't? What is the make or break thing for a trader? Let me know if this sounds familiar. You open up a brand new account. You've been doing some back testing. You feel confident. You open up a brand new account. I'm gonna do so well with this account. I can't wait to trade. I've been back testing. I've been doing demo. This fresh account's gonna go well. You get into it. You're taking a couple trades. First trade might not go well. It might go well. By the first week, you're sitting pretty good on the account. Next week comes in. I'm gonna crush it. 2 losers coming in a row. You start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt your trading. Next few trades come in. Few losers come in a row. Now you're getting very frustrated with the trading. You're like, well, this was working right now, but now it's not working. You have one small win. Now you start to make those common mistakes. You're in drawdown and you're negative on a few trades. And so as soon as you go in profit on that next trade, you're cutting it close. You're cutting it as soon as it's cutting it way too early. You see a little bit of profits, you're cutting it early. You see a little bit of profits, you're cutting it early. You're still taking massive losses, but now you're only hitting small wins. Anybody been there? Why does that happen? You tell yourself, you know what? I'm just gonna use a bit of a larger lot size. I'm gonna make some of this money back. I have to make this money back. I have to make this money back. I have to make this money back. Anybody been there? And so why is this such a common problem for everybody? Because at the end of the day, y'all, we all want to pretend like these issues only happen to us, but we're all human. These issues are happening to us because we have a human reaction, and the markets are, enticing us to do certain actions. We do certain actions, and then there's the natural consequence. When there's that consequence, we as humans react to it. Let me just make this money up. Let me just protect my risk. You start to go very conservative. How many people here are now trading in a very scared, conservative way because of how many times you've gotten burned in trading? Who here has that problem right now? Where basically you're having trouble entering the right lot size. You're going too small in your trading. You're cutting your winners way too close. You see a little bit of drawdown and you close it. Who here is trading in that small, fearful mindset because you've been burned a few times in trading? Like, can you succeed? Can you succeed in trading if you're operating under that fearful mindset? The answer is no. So what is the solution? This is where I get to a very shameless plug here. What personal coaching does, and this is the reason why it's not that popular. I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. It's not for everybody because not everybody can handle the truth. It's not for everybody because not everybody wants to be told the truth so that they can improve. Michael Jordan has this really good quote. He said that good players want to be coached. Great players want to be left alone. But the best players want to be told the truth. So if you're an individual who really does want to make the improvement and you're not scared to look at the truth, you're not scared to look in the mirror and say, what am I doing wrong? As long as you're willing for somebody to look at your situation after you explain it to them, say, hey, look, here's my 2-year journey. And you'll tell your coach the 2-year journey. You'll say, look, I started trading. I had some success. I stopped having success. I made a move to a different state. I slowed down in my trading and I haven't been profitable since. I lost 4 trades in a row. I lost my last account. Now I can't seem to hold trades. And you explain the trading. The coach is going to be able to look at this and tell you, I'll be completely honest, it's not your strategy. I'll be honest, your strategy looks like it's very successful. It looks like it's been proven. It looks like it has a 75% win track record. The reason that you don't have a 75% win record is because you're doing something wrong. You're getting too scared when you enter and you're waiting too long to enter the trade. So now you're messing up your execution. Your stop losses are way too big. Your risk and reward is getting worse and worse because you're hesitating. Or maybe you're not hesitating. You get stuck deer in the headlights. You're in some drawdown. Instead of cutting the trade, like you look at the trade, you know it's going against you, but instead of cutting it and making a quick and decisive decision, you're kind of playing around with it, deer in the headlights. You don't really move anything. All of a sudden, you're allowing these massive losses to compound. So your coach, by looking at your situation from a third person, they're qualified traders. Every single coach on my team is the most qualified trader that I know. And so that's why we're all in a position to be able to give this advice. Because when I look at it from the outside, I'm like, look, I'll be honest, it's not your strategy. You're using this consolidation breakout strategy. Yes, you can tweak your entries a little bit. Here's how you can tweak your entries to get better execution. But I'll be honest, you're not holding your trades long enough. I'm looking at your results, and I'll be honest, you're not holding these long enough to even ever see profits. That little bit of advice could make or break your trading. Imagine you're out here thinking it's a strategy and you're hopping from strategy to strategy. 2 fucking years later, you still don't have a system. When in reality, you need to go work on yourself. There's a relationship that you have with money that may be impacting your decisions on the charts. Maybe you desperately need money. It's impacting your decision making. Maybe you don't really know how to trade and you're not confident, but you're trying to do all these funding challenges and it's discouraging you from trading. So fixing the wrong problem will constantly have you moving in the wrong direction. Anywhere in your life, if it's your health, for example, right? If I owned a gym and you guys came into my gym and you told me, I need to focus on my health because I have high blood pressure, I have high cholesterol, and my doctor said I need to exercise more. Your workout routine and your workout plan are going to be very different than someone who's 26 and they're trying to build as much muscle as possible. When you're trying to build as much muscle as possible, you have to put your body through extreme stress. When you're trying to, to improve your health because you have some cardiovascular issues, you need to do some cardiovascular exercise. You don't need to be overstressing your body and putting your body in a state of, exertion. What you need to do is work on cardiovascular activities and aerobic exercises so that you can improve the key problems you have. It's the same in trading. All right. So identify which one of those 2 buckets, just to kind of sum this up before I show you guys how I trade. Find out which one of those 2 buckets that you're in. You either know how to trade or you don't know how to trade, and really admit it to yourself. If every time you get on the chart, you do something different, you do not know how to trade. If every time you go on the chart, you're looking for something different, you don't know how to trade. Now, let's say you do know how to trade and you have a system that works. Are you the problem in the system? If you are the problem in the system, in what way? Once you identify those key things, you'll be able to make the improvements you need. My advice to you is stop wasting your time. Come to ChartAddicts, even if it's for a month. No one's asking you guys, come and try it for a month. Work with a coach. Once the coach diagnoses these issues and lets you know the plan ahead, it's your choice whether you want to go through it or not. Nobody shows up at ChartAddicts and doesn't make improvements unless they choose not to. Because after we tell you, Here's the 5 things you need to do to succeed. Now it's a choice. Now the ball is in your court. Can I force somebody to go make improvements? There's an old saying, people, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink. We have the water. How many of you are thirsty enough to come and drink? Now, you guys see us trade all the time. You guys see me trade every single Thursday live. We've been streaming for over 75 weeks now. So every single week for 75 weeks straight, I've been showing you guys exactly how I trade, trading live in front of you, and showing you guys that trading is not a gambling sport. Here's how to develop a system. I look at the markets the same way every single Thursday. Now, hopefully through the demonstration of this consistency, through the demonstration of how you guys can build a plan for yourself and do the same thing for your own trading, it inspires you to trade a little bit differently, to stop gambling and looking for these fucking get rich quick schemes and, oh, I got this 3-step method, get rich quick 3-step method. And instead you learn how to consistently make money. With only signals can I succeed? Depends on the person. When you guys are on a call with me, I'm going to be honest, I always try to say things as straight up as possible. So I'm going to tell you, some of you guys are self-motivated, or some of you guys and gals are self-motivated enough that all you need is signals. You've learned how to trade. Now somebody can give you signals and you can look at the signal and make a proper judgment about whether to take that trade. Some of you guys are going to lose all your money with signals because you have unrealistic expectations. You see a couple winning signals in a row, you're like, oh, I missed those winning signals. The next signal that comes up, you over leverage your account because you're trying to make up for something, some imaginary something. And so then you blow money because let's say that you took the losing trade. And then you blame the system instead of recognizing that you over risked on your account. And so if you're an individual that has a sense of self-motivation, if you're motivated enough to look at the results and to make good judgments, signals can be very successful for you. People, we have a 100% win rate on Enigma so far. I know it's only been 3 weeks, but that's a shit ton of signals, and we have a 100% win rate. So yeah, you can succeed with signals only. Don't get me wrong. Like that's the proof is in the performance. But I want you guys to learn how to trade. Isn't it a superpower to know how to take advantage of financial markets? All right. So now that you guys all know how to trade, let me know the 2 reasons before we go on to the strategy, because I do want to show you guys how I look at markets. I want to give you guys a quick recession update, then we can get on the road. Yes, we're in a recession, even though the White House is trying to avoid admitting that we're in one. But I want to walk you guys through that. But let me know in the chats the 2 things. What are the 2 reasons that traders lose? Because I want to make sure that we're on the same page here. I want to make sure that you guys are getting this information. What are the 2 reasons that traders lose? Let me know in these chats. And I appreciate all the interaction today. The only reason that traders succeed. Joshua says not sticking to the script and mental breakdowns. Mental breakdowns, I mean impulsiveness and greed and fear. Okay, there we go. But based on what I said, those first 2 reasons of why traders lose. You either don't know how to trade or you know how to trade and you are the problem in the system. Those are the only 2 reasons why traders lose. It says fear and greed, fear and greed. Not really. A lot of you guys are fearful because you actually don't know how to trade and you're pretending to know how to trade. Like if you're not confident, if you can't explain how to look at the markets or if you can't explain your strategy in a simple way, then do you really understand the strategy? So like I'm saying, you either know how to trade or you don't, or you either know how to trade and you're just not following the rules. 95% of people actually don't know how to trade. I'll show somebody a blank chart and I'll point out a specific area in the chart and I'll ask, is this a buy or a sell zone? Would you buy or sell here? And I'm going to show, we'll do this on TradingView together here in a second. I'm going to show you guys a markup. I'm going to show you guys a chart. I'm going to ask you, is this a buy or a sell? And you guys are going to see 50-50. You'll see 50-50. You'll see sometimes that the majority of people are calling for sells, even though it's supposed to be a buy. So that is what it is. I appreciate the engagement. If you guys are on YouTube, I appreciate the engagement. I'm seeing all of your comments, even though I'm kind of focusing on Zoom. I'm trying to stay focused here. But I do appreciate you guys following up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys real quick how to look at markets. This is going to be your treat for showing up to the stream. I'm going to show you guys how to look at markets from scratch, how to make some improvements in your game. And you guys can go take this with a grain of salt. I'll also be showing you guys the new and improved ChartAddicts website if you guys haven't checked this out. And actually, since you guys are here, in case anybody has to hop off, head over to enigmafx.app and get yourselves 30 days free. 30 days free. So I told you guys we took a bunch of signals last week. We have a 100% win rate. How many people do you guys think made $100 or more off the signals last week? Off of 6 winning signals. Over 600 pips caught in a week. So this is the easiest decision that you guys can make. You don't have to take the trades, but at least you can learn from these. It's a free month. It's 30 days for free. After that 30 days, obviously you'll have to pay for it because, you know, if you want the best traders in the world calling you signals, yeah, that shit costs money. But go in there and just look for 30 days for free, open up a demo account and just take these signals. And just learn. Learn from winning trades. All right. So that's pretty simple. And then if you guys are looking to actually learn how to trade and you're interested in the personal coaching, working with someone, getting some sort of accountability, ChartAddictsFX.com. You can work with any of our qualified traders. We have monthly, 3-month, 6-month, whatever it is. We have testimonials here in case you guys want to hear it from students who have gone through the programs. We also have the Enigma link directly on the website. And of course, FX Summit in case anyone wants to get 50% off next year's tickets. Next year, we're doing this summit again in Miami. Very excited to see you guys there. I know that last year, a lot of you guys weren't able to make it. So we're trying to give you a heads up and we're trying to give you guys enough time in advance to make that decision. I know some people need to plan, some people need to save up. And so we're going to give you guys plenty of time in advance to make that decision so everybody can make it to the next convention. But I'm going to show you guys something really simple. I'll use Euro USD as an example. This is probably one of the easiest things to recognize in a trending market, which is whenever price is in a, okay, we'll kind of go through this from start to finish. You guys ready? Let me know on YouTube if you guys are ready. I'm going to show you guys basically how to look at markets from start to finish. I'm going to try to simplify this, obviously, because I don't want to, we don't have that much time this morning, and I want to respect you guys' time. But I'm going to show you guys really how to look at trends, how to look at the different movements of the market, and it's going to shape, hopefully it's going to wake a lot of you guys up that you've been overcomplicating your trading. Let me know. Let me know. But YouTube is going crazy right now. Guys, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe if you guys are ready. I'm going to show you guys literally how to look at markets. We've already talked about how to succeed in trading. We've already talked about the 2 reasons why traders lose. The first one is not knowing how to trade. Well, let's see if we can take care of that right now on this call together. Obviously, guys, look, in depth, learning how to trade is a little bit more complex. I don't want to make this seem like I'm trying to clickbait you guys. I am about to break down how to look at markets. I am about to. I swear to God, this is not clickbait. However, keep in mind that I'm going to show you guys the course. Keep in mind that when you actually want to learn it from start to finish, there are different sections that you'll have to go through. And even though I'm going to cover all those sections in about 10 minutes, there is a little bit more to it. So you guys can see there's intro to analysis, technicals, price charts, understanding price charts, understanding candlesticks, technicals, technical mastery, trading view, and then building a full strategy for analysis. This is just how to analyze markets. But if you actually want to learn how to execute a trade, not just how to analyze a market, but how to step-by-step enter a trade, there are multiple concepts here that you have to learn. You have to learn the steps. You have to learn your trading profile. What kind of trader are you? Are you a swing trader? Are you a scalper? Are you a intraday trader? You have to understand your risk profile. Are you conservative? Are you moderate? Are you an aggressive trader? Are you moderately aggressive? Understanding your risk tolerance and your trader's profile, that's what determines your strategy. Roy, what's the perfect strategy? If there was one strategy that worked for everybody, we would have found it by now. There isn't, because everybody is unique. Your risk tolerance is not the same as the next person in the Zoom call. And so as a unique person, you have to find a strategy that works for you. You have to understand risk and reward. You have to understand how to use MT4, how to withdraw, and how to understand taxes, the mindset of a trader. And so there are these different concepts. I'm going to try to go through all of these in about 10 minutes. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm clickbaiting y'all, but this is what we're about to do. So let's jump right into it. We're looking at the Euro USD chart. There's only two ways that markets can move. Markets can move up and markets can move down. Some people tell me, well, Roy, what about consolidations? What about consolidations? Consolidation is not technically a market movement. The market is either consolidating so it can keep going up, or it's consolidating so it can go down. But the consolidation is more of like a break period in between an up move or a down move. Really, there's only two ways that the market can move. It's either up or down. And so for simplicity's sake, we'll do consolidations too. So understanding what the direction of the market is the most important thing when figuring out how you should trade. If the market is downtrending, some of you guys have been trading long enough to answer some of these questions. If the market is downtrending, are we looking for buys or sells? For most people, I know some people, they like to counter trend trade and trade against the trend and trade retracements and all this stuff. But if you were just to do the responsible thing, if the market is downtrending, are you going to be looking for buys or sells in that market to give yourself the best chance of winning? It says, happy Saturday. What kind of trader are you? Personally, I'm an intraday trader. I have scalping tendencies, but I'm an intraday trader mostly. We have other people on the team that are swing traders. It is what it is. Everyone's saying sells, 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 sells. Someone said buys and sells. See, I don't even know what that means. That individual is confused. It says, don't fight the trend, don't fight the trend. Now, every once in a while, someone will come to me and say, but Roy, I have a friend and he always trades against the trend, but he makes money. So does that mean that you can't trade against the trend? Yes, you can. But if you're losing in your trading right now, I don't give a shit what your friend does. I don't care what you heard on YouTube. I don't care what you think you know about the markets. If you want to give yourself a better chance at trading, stop fucking around and stop fighting the trend. Everybody here who thinks they can fight the markets, beat the markets, fight the trend, outsmart the markets, guess the lows and the highs, you're going to consistently lose money. You will never outsmart the markets. If you don't learn to trade with the markets, if you don't learn to understand the flow of the markets and trade with it and allow the market to do the work for you, you will always be stressed out while you're trading. So it's important for everybody to understand that if you want to be successful at trading and you're currently not successful, the easiest thing that you can do is start to trade with the trend. So how to identify trend? It's very simple. All it is looking at highs and lows. If you look at the very high of a market, okay, we see that price was moving up, and then we started forming lows. The next peak that comes in is lower than the previous peaks. The next trough or the next dip that comes in is lower than the previous dip. And as long as we can understand how to identify peaks and troughs, we can learn what a trend is. A lot of people ask me, what pair are you looking at? Guys, go to our YouTube if you guys want to see the chart. If you guys want to go to see the chart, just go to YouTube. Go to YouTube, go click the link that's in the stories, and just join us. The chart's right here. I'll see you guys there. They say, why aren't you showing your screen? Like I'm not, that's the IG live, people. Can't show my screen over there. But we're on a downtrend here because the market, by definition, when we're in a downtrend, it's making lower highs and lower lows. So the peaks are getting lower and the dips are getting lower. And so in a trending market, I'm gonna give you guys some sauce. I hope you guys are fucking taking notes. In a trending market, if the market's trending bearish, you want to look for a pullback and short the pullback. If the market's trending bullish, you want to wait for a pullback and you want to go long at support. And so in a bearish market, you short at resistance. In a bullish market, you buy at support. And so this is why a lot of people are losing in trading, because they're overcomplicating their trading. You kind of have a tree right here. If I can explain this in like the simplest way possible, we got like this sort of we got this flow chart, I guess we can call it. And the flow chart goes like this. Is the market bullish or bearish? Okay. If it's bullish, wait for a retest of support and then buy it. Okay. So the flow chart would basically look like, where's my toolbar? Right here. So the flow chart would look like, is the market bullish? Okay. If yes, wait for a retest at support and buy it. If no, then you go over here. Is the market bearish? If yes, wait for resistance and sell. If no, then the market's bullish. Do you guys understand how simple trading can be? Now, a lot of you guys are thinking to yourself, well, Roy, if it was that simple, then why doesn't everybody win? Not everybody knows how to trade. If you guys cannot identify a pullback in the market, if you're buying and the market's bearish and you think that you're making money because you're catching a little pullback, right? You got lucky, you caught a pullback, and now you're trading the pullback. You're still trading against the trend. And so a lot of people, they don't really understand how to identify what part of the structure they're in, what part of the direction cycle they're in. And so they're always making the wrong decisions, shorting while the market's dropping, going long as the market's boosting, getting all these late entries, entering way too early sometimes because you haven't waited for price to form a candle formation. You haven't waited for an area of interest. So if I learn to identify first things first, the direction of the market, and you can identify the pullbacks, that's how you can start to enter the direction of the trend. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everybody. So let's identify this and do this on a Euro USD chart, which is what we're looking at right now. This is Euro USD. So it's basically tracking the value of the euro against the US dollar. If you guys are trading Forex, I hope you understand exactly what you're trading. This is not the euro or the dollar. This is the exchange rate between the two. So if you were to go to Europe right now and take $100 and give it to them, at what rate would they be able to convert your money to euros? Is it a 1-to-1? You give me $100, I give you 100 euros. That's kind of where we're at right now. We're at a 1-to-1. You guys can see in the past, it was a lot higher. So back when I traveled to Europe, this was like almost 10 years ago, the value is 1.4. So it's 1.4 euros for every dollar. And so the euro is worth a lot more than the dollar. And so when you gave them $100, they would give you back like 80 euros or whatever. Now I go give them $100, they're gonna give me 100 euros. And so you can go a lot further in Europe now with dollars. Long story short, this is the exchange rate. What we do as traders is we try to anticipate what the exchange rate is going to do, whether continue dropping or is going to return. So now if I want to identify this trend, what I look at is the same thing that we just discussed. It's structure. I look at highs, I look at lows, I look at peaks, and I look at troughs. I look at peaks, I look at troughs. I look at peaks, I look at troughs. I look at peaks. And so naturally, the next thing that's going to happen is another peak. And so all I have to do is wait for the peak to form and then continue dropping. On Euro USD specifically, how is it forming? Like, okay, Roy, it's a peak, but where is the peak? How do I know how far it's gone? Well, let's take a look at what this market has been doing. This is what a lot of people just fail to understand here. Price was going sideways up at the very top. This is what the market usually does when it turns around. This is called distribution. The market is basically pricing it up. There's a bunch of buying happening, and then they'll distribute those orders. It will go sideways. And what we see here is that price formed support. So then what happened? Support became resistance. Support here became resistance. Okay, again, the market drops. We have another support that gets formed here. We have like another mini version of this big thing. So price forms support, we break under, we violate that support zone, and then come back to retest it as resistance. So these are what we call levels of interest in the market. We go through this. We have another support that gets formed right here. Another mini support that gets formed right here. Mark those off. So do you guys understand what a downtrending market looks like? It's whenever the market creates a floor, the floor gets violated, the floor gets violated, and then it comes back for a retest. Right here. Again, the market has created a floor, the market has created a floor, and we have a massive breakthrough. So you guys tell me, based on everything that we just discussed together, what are we looking for at this zone right here? What are we looking for just out of this entire trend? What are we looking for right now on the Euro USD chart? Let me know. Rules help a lot in your system. Follow what Roy is saying. I appreciate that, Nell. Higher highs and higher lows turn to lower high and lower lows. Perfect. That's a change in momentum. Beautiful. I love flowcharts. Find a custom template on Google and modify your system. Opinion on the crypto market. We'll go through crypto market and recession watch as soon as we're done here. I just want to make sure that I get you guys some serious information here, because yes, we have a paid course. Yes, everybody has their paid programs. Yes, there's some sauce in there that's structured in a way that you guys can benefit from. But everybody should at least understand the basics of markets. Because if you don't know how the markets work in the first place, I feel like we're just going to continue to breed losing traders. At ChartAddicts, we only want to breed winning traders. That's it. And so the more information that we can get to folks about the basics of how markets move, the better. If you're in ChartAddicts, you know that it takes a lot more than just me showing you lower highs and lower lows to win at trading. God himself knows that there's some self-work that needs to be done in order for you to not pussy out of a trade when you're finally in. So that's work that needs to get done. But the first step is at least understand the fucking basics. Okay? And so everybody's kind of got the right idea. They're letting me know that we just have to wait for a pullback, and that's about as simple as trading can be. This is about as simple as trading can be. Support, breakthrough. We wait for a pullback. After that pullback, just like here, we had a massive drop, price came back and retraced. Now, are there other confirmations that we use? Are there Fibonacci retracements and other price action tools that we use? The answer is yes. But the very basics is some people are selling right now because they think the market's going to keep going, and they just don't think the market's going to get up here, and they're worried about missing the trade. And so they're early entries. Then what will happen is the market will spike them out of their trade. A lot of people, when the market gets here, they'll enter way too early. They don't understand what a candlestick reversal formation is. They don't understand liquidity grabs and how to look for reversals at certain zones. And so they'll end up getting in prematurely. Those small tips, that's what makes or breaks your execution. But you guys at least know the overall structure. So this kind of goes to the point that trading is supposed to be simple. But trading is not easy. Here's what simple means. Simple means that if any of you guys are out of shape or you're trying to get in shape, eat healthier and work out more. There is nothing else to it. Oh, but Roy, what about this method? No. No. If you want to get in shape, you're going to eat better and you're going to work out more. Now, that's simple, but is it easy? If someone spent the last 3 years sitting in front of the computer, sitting in front of the TV, not doing any workouts, not exercising, is it going to be easy for them to get their shit together and to go to the gym? The answer is no. The body's going to be in pain, soreness, discouragement. People, they're going to be self-conscious. And so there is a road ahead that you're going to have to go through. But does that mean that we have to overcomplicate it? I'm doing the keto diet, but I'm also doing low carb, but I'm also doing gluten-free, and I only do intermittent fasting on Wednesdays on a full moon. Yeah, that person has zero results. I guarantee it. Same with trading. I'm an expert in Wyckoff retracements, and I do Fibonacci, and I only look at liquidity grab zones, at liquidity areas of this. Buddy. You're trading against the trend. What the fuck are you talking about? And so simplify the trading, because doing this shit is hard enough as it is. So keep trading simple. That doesn't mean it's easy. All right? Is that a full moon? I'm fucking around, bro. You guys know those people who post markups in your chats that have 75 indicators on it, still fucking losing money? Right? I've been there. We've all been there. You got way too many lines on your screen and you're not making any money. We've all been there. The difference is you got to declutter your mind so you can simplify the world. When you're too focused on your problems, when you're too focused on what's going wrong in your life, you're never going to be able to look at the big picture. That's just really how humans work. Whenever you're like in a negative mind state, you tend to become very local focused. You don't really see the world. You don't really think about things in a big picture. You just look at the 5 feet right in front of you. And it's the same thing with trading. The more discouraged you get, the more focused you get on like some, insignificant shit. But then once your mind expands, once you're a little bit in a better state of mind, once you're more confident, once you're more clear, once you've decluttered your life, once you've taken care of some things in your personal life that are impacting your trading, that's when everything starts to take off. When you're in a positive mind state, you tend to think a lot bigger picture. You tend to be more tapped in to inspiration and to things that are more accessible and available for you. So if you find yourself trading for months and months and months and you can't seem to get it down, you're discouraged and you're focusing too much on the 5 feet ahead of you. You're looking to expand again, to tap back into that creativity, to see the charts in a new way, to get back to a system of discipline and getting yourself structured because you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Then that's really what we're trying to do at ChartAddicts. Come try ChartAddicts for a month and see if it changes your life or not. Are there any ChartAddicts members in here? Talk to the people. Tell them, have you benefited from being in ChartAddicts? In any way, shape, or form, has ChartAddicts benefited your trading? And would you recommend that these people on this call try ChartAddicts at least for a month? Yo, Roy, getting at them. People, I'm keeping it very, very civil right now. I hope you guys understand this. I could really, 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 I could really expose shit. I'm trying to get you guys the information straight up. All right. But in reality, most people won't succeed at trading because a lot of you guys think you want to succeed at trading. Really, you just want to be out of debt. You just want the money. If I told you guys, I'll drop 25K to you, it would solve your problems, what would you be willing to do for it? A lot of people would be like, a lot. I'd be willing to do a lot for it. They just want the money. I just want the big money so I can end my problems right now. I want to be out of my problems right now. Being a trader is a bit of a commitment. The people on this call that will succeed, and by the way, the question I used to ask myself is, can everybody be winning? Can everybody actually win at trading? The answer is yes. But it's a choice. Who's going to commit to personal growth? If you're willing to, like for the health thing, we go back to the gym example. The people that are willing to look themselves in the mirror, the fat people, unhealthy people, you're out of shape inside, you smoke too much, drink too much, whatever it is. People who are unhealthy, who are willing to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I don't want to live like this anymore. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Not just, okay, you guys get on this call, you're motivated, okay, whatever. But I mean all the time. You look in the mirror and say, not good enough. I'm willing to improve. Those individuals always get to where they want to go, correct? They get the body they want, correct? It's the same with the traders. They say, I am the problem. Not, oh, the markets did this to me and UJ took my money and this course is the reason I'm losing. And if you take personal responsibility, you can only move in one direction. So I'm reading some of the comments. Let's see if there's some members in here. Danny, it's good to see you, brother. Danny's in Lebanon over Mediterranean. He said, best investment ever. He said, just the calls itself is worth it. The way you guys break down markets and explain everything is easier for everybody. The course is top notch. Market structure zones, reversal patterns is awesome. He's saying the calls alone are worth the money. And guys, people, a one-on-one call with a qualified coach, that should cost you per call. This is $99 and it's all inclusive during the month. So yeah, you get access to the gym. Yeah, you get access to the courses. Yeah, you get access to the daily calls and the daily things that we do with the educators. But one-on-one, that's incredible. Why don't you guys like I Am Academy? In my honest opinion, I actually don't have anything against I Am Academy. Like, the only problem that they had is that they combined multi-level marketing with trading. And those are two things that don't mix because not everybody should be a trader. If you're selling something like protein powder and supplements, everybody can get healthier. Everybody can eat protein. That is a product for everybody. And so it's okay to do multi-level marketing because the more people you expose it to, there's no harm done. Yeah, these guys are overpaying for expensive ass protein, but at the end of the day, they're still getting a health benefit from it. The problem with trading is that a lot of people start trading, and if they don't have the tools, they're going to burn money that they don't have. And so IML is overcharging people. They had a base sort of like payment that you had to make, but on the side, they would charge you for every individual service that was worthwhile. The base service wasn't making anyone money. So you had to pay for this add-on and this add-on and this add-on. All of a sudden, you're paying $300 a month to trade with these indicators that aren't even fucking winning. And so a lot of people were getting incentivized to bring people in because it's easier than trading. All right. Scheming your friends into getting into trading is a lot easier than actually becoming successful at trading. And that's why at some point people try and trade. They don't have a sense of direction there. They get frustrated. They go start signing up their friends so they don't have to keep paying $300 a month. Their friends start losing. It ruins that relationship. And all of a sudden it gives trading a bad name. That was my issue with IML. The actual individuals there, you guys know I have a lot of friends that were educators in IML that I have tremendous amount of respect for. These individuals helped me in my personal journey. These individuals have coached thousands of traders to success, and I have nothing but respect for those folks. But the overall model of combining multi-level marketing with trading is irresponsible. And that's why that company is failing, because it was never meant to succeed. All right. I've been there and no results. I have more knowledge and success from you, Q, and James. I mean, that is what it is. Now, he said that's the same thing with Real Rise. Real Rise is just a copycat of IML. This guy, fucking whatever his name is, doesn't know jack dick about trading. He goes from one MLM, one pyramid scheme to the next. He starts one pyramid scheme to the next, one pyramid scheme to the next. He realizes that scheming people out of real estate is not that profitable because it's too high of a barrier. But everybody is sold on trading nowadays. IML's doing it. They have a pyramid scheme. Let me just start my own. That shit really fucking bugs me. All right. People, being a trader takes time. You look at the people that this person just mentioned that he looks up to. Guys, we took years in rooms by ourselves, right? Working a job or having some kind of stream, blowing this money and learning and really being involved in the space, working with other traders and understanding what it takes to succeed in this game, learning how markets work and why traders lose and succeed, being in the trenches and working with people, providing free services to everybody in the community so that everybody can also learn this game. And we ain't out here starting a pyramid scheme. We're by far the most qualified people. I used to be a wealth manager for Merrill Lynch. I'm still licensed with my Series 7, my Series 66, my insurance licenses, my SIE, all of it. I'm registered with the SEC as a financial advisor, as a financial manager, and as a broker. And I'm not fucking ever going to start a pyramid scheme. All right. So, I mean, no disrespect to whoever. Actually, I don't give a fuck, honestly. People, this industry is getting very saturated with people who look at the outside and see how much money there is in teaching shit that's already online, and they try to teach it. And everybody is teaching the same shit. And that's why most people are losing. And so for every one of these guys that transfers from selling fucking overpriced proteins to fucking getting people in on some other pyramid scheme, now they want to start a fucking pyramid scheme in trading. Yeah, they're going to get called out. It's plain and simple. That's why we follow the ones that have been through it. Exactly, guys. You can see in somebody's eyes who's actually gone through the trials and tribulations to become a qualified trader. You can see it in somebody who's lost enough money to have learned the actual lessons, and the system that we've produced now is based on all the lessons that I've learned before. Versus I can just literally show you guys profits all day. Like, this is what everybody wants to see. They want to see me post my profits. They want me to tell you, you guys want me to tell you, if you guys take my course, you guys can make the same profits as me. Now, is that disrespectful to me? Right? It's like I really see myself as one of the best traders that's ever lived. It would be dishonest for me to tell you guys, if you took my course, you guys can get like me. Here's the more honest thing, is that trading doesn't have to be a way for you to quit your job and for you to make millions. If you guys all made $500 extra a month, wouldn't that make a bit of a difference in your life? I'll take that $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. So if I told you that the course can teach you how to trade to the point where you can make passive income from trading, not trying to sell you on some, you guys can become like me. With no disrespect, y'all, I've put in work that is unimaginable because I'm that obsessed with this game. So that's not realistic for me to try to sell you, but fuck what? I can get you to sign up 10 friends if I tell you that you'll become a millionaire off this course, right? If I whip a couple of nice cars and I show you guys the whole thing. And so hopefully the industry starts to realize that the people that have actually been through the trials and tribulations, qualified traders who are involved in the markets and understand how they work, that understand the dangers of trading and the benefits of trading, that understand how to develop a system and how to adjust that system. Those are people you guys want to be gravitating towards. We're going to be in a recession for the next 12 to 18 months. If you're giving money to pyramid schemes, if you're giving money to places that don't have your best interest at heart, if you're giving your money to places that are making you dependent on a specific product or service in order to succeed, they're making you addicted to them. They're making you dependent on them. And at some point when they go under, because all pyramid schemes do, you'll be left with your dick in your hand, not knowing how to trade. So invest in yourself, invest in really learning this skill set, invest in doing it properly, even if it takes a little bit longer, because that road that's a little bit longer is usually the one that leads to a better destination. Okay, yo. Recession update. If you guys got to go, you guys got to go. I appreciate everybody for being here on a Saturday. I live, breathe the markets. And so you guys are like, what is Roy doing here on a weekend? Not fucking around. People, I live this shit. This is not a chore, right? Markets are not a chore. Trading is not a chore. This is my life. Some of you guys are asking, what are you doing on a Saturday? People, I love this shit. This is what I live for. Right? I want more people in the world trading. I want to have a community. Like, trading is such a small niche still. There's not a lot of people that know what this game is. So if you guys got to go, you guys got to go. Let me go through the fundamentals real quick. Yes, we're in a recession. What happened last week? Last week, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by another 75 basis points. So they're sending us right into a brick wall of a recession. Everyone's like, oh, we're not in a recession. We're not in a recession. Yes, we are. I'll put my fucking money on it. The GDP numbers came out on Thursday. And so the original definition of a recession is when we have 2 quarters, 6 months back to back of negative GDP growth, which we've just seen in the advanced GDP numbers on Thursday. So we're officially in a recession. The Fed is not going to step in. So we're not going to see a V-shaped recovery. So I'm expecting an extended recession, 12 to 18 months. All right. And so how are you guys preparing yourself for that recession? I had a conversation with the CA members yesterday about how to prepare yourself, how to look at cryptocurrencies, how to invest in yourself in a better way. And so if you're a ChartAddicts member, hopefully you guys saw that. If you haven't, go back and see the recording. Okay. So because we're in a recession, what are the 2 things that happen? People get laid off and the consumer economy takes a hit. And so buy less shit right now. Buy less shit, take out less credit, and put yourself in a better situation. If you're in a job and you're very easily replaceable, make it a point to become less replaceable. Okay? If you walk in your job and you have a shitty attitude, they can replace you at any time. You're a data analyst somewhere. You will get laid off if the economy starts to take a hit. And so if you guys are on this and you want to protect yourself, if you are employed and you're not self-employed, you actually have an employed job, make sure that you're making yourself irreplaceable. Make sure that you're doing more at your job. You're bringing a different attitude and energy. You're being more helpful to the right people, and that you're providing value in the marketplace so that you can actually stick around. The second thing is, don't take on more consumer credit. The more expensive that things get and the slower the economy gets, a lot of people want to take on debt. Taking on consumer debt is the easiest way to kill yourself during a recession. So what you should do is you should spend less and put your money to work for you by taking advantage of the fact that everything worth owning is at a discount right now. So if you're not buying cryptos, you're not taking advantage of the dips, this is going to be an opportunity for you to take advantage of something that can actually help you in your life. So one end of a recession is defensive, where you have to spend less, make some sacrifices, and start to adjust your lifestyle habits. But the other side needs to be offense. If you're not on offense in a recession, you're missing out on opportunity. You have to look at quality assets that are undervalued and go for them. Just as a disclaimer, we have a partnership with them, but this is the single best NFT project or NFT community that I'm involved in is the Bored Ape Solana Club. So we have Austin Collins, very close friend of mine. He's sort of overseeing that project. And I buy things based on community. I buy things based on who's in charge of this project and do I trust their ability to lead us to a successful place. And so when I'm looking at this environment, I'm looking around at all these different projects, NFTs, cryptos, stocks, bonds, real estate options, and everything that's underpriced right now. And I say, which one of these things do I think is going to be around 3, 5, 10 years from now? And I just go in there and I buy as much of it as I can. That's what I do. All my trading money goes to the same thing. Roy, why don't you pop more bottles? What the fuck would I do? What the fuck do I look like spending $3,000 at a club when I can buy $3,000 of an asset that can become worth 30 grand? Some people are really not fucking thinking about the future. If you have money, if you're making money from trading and you're blowing it, you got to realize, like, there's a vacation I want to take. It's going to cost me $7.5 grand. I can put the $7.5 grand into some cryptos that can then yield me over a $30,000 return from that $7K. I can take that $30K and I can put it in a passive income investment, and then it could make me $3,000 a month. Now I can go vacation off that $3K a month. I can go do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I still have that $30K. And so this decision to go take a vacation right now for $7 grand, I can go to the Maldives, I can go to Spain, I can go to Greece, I can go anywhere. But I can take that $8 grand and instead I can invest it. And then in 12 months, I can have 30 grand and I can take that 30, put it in a passive income play, and I can make money off that passive income play. And so if this is not the way that you're thinking right now, you're just going to be sitting in the same exact fucking situation 12 months from now. Okay? You look at the last 12 months of your life, your financial life, and you look at the next 12 months of your financial life. Your shit's going to stay the fucking same unless you make some actions. Unless you take some action and you make the right decisions during this period right now. So let me know. Do you guys get what you're supposed to be doing? Do you guys understand the importance of being in this space? Does everybody, let me know in the chat if you put hashtag recession proof if you guys understand the importance of investing yourself during this period. Put hashtag recession proof. For the YouTube chat, I just pinned our website in the comments. He says, Roy seems genuine and very helpful / caring. I am. But it comes off a little bit different because some people don't want to be told the truth. And so they see this as a little bit aggressive. But I'm telling you guys, life is not sweet. Right? Everybody's like, well, I'm just going to live till 60 and I have plenty of time to figure it out. What if you get hit by a bus in 2 years? Go make some shit happen. Don't wait 2 more years to become a successful trader. Go fucking make it happen. I'm just telling you guys the truth. He says, bro, I've been there when the price was like 2 SOL and look at them now, they are flying. Yeah, I mean, dude, the best decision I ever made was buying those Bored Apes when they were cheap as fuck. I minted a bunch of them at 0.7 SOL, which at the time was like $40. And I sold the cheapest one I sold at the first pump was close to 2 grand a pop. And then the single best decision I've made since then is loading up more when they came back and dipped. He said LMFA. Oh. This dude said Roy is talking like Andrew Tate. Bro, you're getting kicked off this fucking thing. Don't ever disrespect me like that again. Bro, how do I remove somebody? Sorry, bud, you're gone. Don't ever disrespect me like that. Guys, that dude's a fraud. He said Roy's talking like Andrew Tate. Bro, I just gave you guys fucking sauce And this dude is going to sit here and disrespect me and call me Andrew Tate? Fuck me. No, bro. You're gone. You got to go. God damn. Dude, this dude's the fucking fraudster running from the government in Romania. Fucking doing webcam girls, making millions off webcam girls. Literally saying controversial shit on purpose for clout. And you guys are trying to compare me to him? Yeah, I got fucking this is what energy looks like, people. This is what passion about something that you actually are passionate about and knowing what you're talking about sounds like. Fraud is very different. A sociopath that gets on and fucking tries to take advantage of impressionable young kids, impressionable young men, do not fucking put me in that same basket. I just feel like that's wildly disrespectful. Hey, yo. I sound like Andrew Tate. God damn it. I fight Andrew Tate for charity. Fuck Andrew Tate. He does remind me of Andrew Tate, bro. Get off. Get off. Remove. Fuck me. All right, yo. happy happy Saturday, y'all. Go spend some time with people that you love. If there's nobody around you that's inspiring you or influencing you or showing you love, if you really are in a place in your life where you really don't have a lot of great influences, there's nothing wrong with focusing on yourself. So however you choose to spend your weekend, if you do have loved ones around you and people that inspire you, go show them some love. Go show them some sort of, great energy. Go be around people that you admire and be around people that make you feel good about yourself. If you're in a place where everybody around you is a piece of shit, no one's inspiring you, they're taking energy away from you, there's nothing wrong with being by yourself and focusing and doing what you need to do to take those steps forward. All right? So looking forward to seeing everybody's success, happy and safe trading. If you're not already a ChartAddicts member, I look forward to seeing you guys in the membership community. Happy and safe trading, yo. Let's crush it this week. Peace. This man said Andrew